Hi, I'm Adam Yenser, and welcome to the Canceled News, where I report all the news that's happened this week, up until Thursday when we tape. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Right now, I'm at 4.5k subscribers, which means I'm more popular than many of my comedy peers, but less popular than Caroline's Knits Knitting podcast. I don't know who she is or what that is, but I'd like to be better than her. And come see me live in Nebraska. I'll be at the Backline Comedy Theater in Omaha, June 16th, and at the Great American Comedy Festival in Norfolk, June 17th and 18th. This week's episode of the Canceled News is very special. You're not going to believe this, but I landed an exclusive interview with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. We'll show you that at the end, but first, here's what else is in the news. Last weekend was Memorial Day weekend, when we honor the memory of those who served and arrest those who were overserved. That's Nancy Pelosi's husband, who was charged with DUI on Sunday after crashing his Porsche in Napa Valley. Apparently, since Nancy is banned from taking communion, he decided to drink enough communion for both of them. A doctor in San Diego is going to prison for falsely selling hydroxychloroquine as a miracle cure for COVID in 2020. The only false COVID cures you were allowed to sell were masks, social distancing, Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. The jury in Johnny Depp's defamation case ruled unanimously in his favor and ordered Amber Heard to pay him $15 million. Man, those must have been expensive sheets she ruined. The K-pop boy band BTS visited the White House on Tuesday to meet with President Biden. If you're not familiar with these guys, there's the cute one, the cool one, the funny one, the shy one, the bad boy, the athletic one, the smart one, and the senile old one who caused inflation and handed Afghanistan to the Taliban. And in an embarrassing mix-up the next day, a confused Joe Biden welcomed BTK to the White House. During their meeting with President Biden, BTS asked him if he was familiar with K-pop, and he replied, "Yes, it's what Hunter says when I ask him to launder money from Ukraine." Which reminds me, be sure to tune in after the news for my exclusive interview with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. A man disguised as an old woman in a wheelchair smeared cake on the Mona Lisa, but the painting was protected behind glass. Oh, it's so hard to tell whether she likes the cake or not. The vandal may have also smeared cake on this Jackson Pollock painting, but no one is quite sure. Top Gun Maverick made $357 million this weekend, becoming Tom Cruise's biggest opening ever. And I saw it on one of those giant IMAX screens, which made him look over 5 feet tall. Coming in second at the box office was Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. The premise of this movie is that there are 14 million multiverses, and Doctor Strange has to jump the shark in every one of them. And they made Doctor Strange's real name Stephen Strange, which strangely isn't as strange as the actual name Benedict Cumberbatch. A rare 3.1 magnitude earthquake struck Tennessee on Tuesday, and according to reports from Dollywood, she's still jiggling. Due to a class action lawsuit, Facebook paid millions of users $400 each for illegally collecting their private data, then showed them a targeted ad for whatever they just thought about buying with their $400. The trailer for Disney's live-action Pinocchio starring Tom Hanks was released this week. In it, Tom Hanks tries to turn a wooden puppet into a real boy to replace his actual son, Chet Hanks. According to a new report, Hunter Biden once texted a Pornhub video link to a contact listed as Dad in his phone. The contact then replied, "Boy, I'd like to sniff her." Former Hillary Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman was acquitted of lying to the FBI as part of the Durham investigation. "Can you put me in jail anyway?" he begged. "It's the only place she can't get me." Although she did get Epstein in there. In a video message on Wednesday, Joe Biden announced that United Airlines would be delivering 3.7 bottles of baby formula to the U.S. Then Biden sent Ukraine 1.9 rounds of ammunition and forgave $5.8 of student loan debt. And again, please stay with us after the news for my interview with the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelenskyy. As part of Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee celebration, her portrait was projected onto the giant stones of Stonehenge, which was constructed in 3000 BC when she was just a teenager. According to the royal family, Prince Andrew will miss the Queen's Jubilee celebration because he tested positive for COVID-19, although his COVID insists it was only 14 at the time. According to a new report, lifeguards on Los Angeles beaches can make over $500,000 a year, while those guys with metal detectors on Los Angeles beaches can make over $3.75 a year. Moses Ingram, who plays Reva in the new Obi-Wan series, posted a series of racist messages she received from Star Wars fans for being black. I don't get this, it doesn't even make sense anymore. It's not like she's even the first black Star Wars character. Lando Calrissian was the first black Star Wars character, even though as the first black Star Wars character, he was introduced in Episode 5, and Reva, the last first black Star Wars character, was introduced between Episodes 3 and 4, which actually makes her the second first black Star Wars character, while Finn, the second first black Star Wars character, was technically introduced in Episode 7, making him the last first black Star Wars character. Now that we've gotten that all straightened out, it's what we've been waiting for. It's time for my exclusive interview with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. Hi, thank you so much for sitting down with me for this interview. I guess I just have to start by asking, why?
No one in this world can predict what Russia will do.
No, not the World War III stuff. I mean your last name. Why? Why not just why?